So, yeah, just starting the stream now. So it's just going out
All
to
good.
everyone.
Great, good to hear. I'm
Yeah.
hoping I don't get any interruptions, but we
No, it
should
should
be
be fine. Should
okay.
be fine.
Yeah, should
Should
be
be
alright.
fine. Worst things, like, you'll probably hear the dogs in the background, but, that's fine.
Oh yeah, and I was kind of more so being like, I hope my parents get the memo that I'm streaming right now,
Oh,
bro. Get
no.
out of here.
Ah,
No, parents, they ruin every stream.
not parents. Ah.
Gross.
Alright, so now we're live.
Howdy.
So did you download the the Restream chat downloader?
I didn't. Did you send
That's
me
okay.
that?
No. It's in the restream.io thing, and then just use my login, and then you can download it. But it's 50 meg, so like I'd probably download it later. But anyways, I'll just
Oh,
comment.
that's not that bad.
Yeah,
I can do that.
I'll comment. We'll do it another time, but I'll comment when people comment stuff. But all right, let's get the show on the road.
Sure.
Alright guys, so Gavin Yam and Anime Fan, hello, and Yokoso, welcome to the first of what I believe is many sort of, what would you call this, Stephen?
I guess it's sort of like a podcast, but like it's more so just us talking shit.
Yeah, pretty much. So today we will just talk about the I guess MaxiTune 6, what we like about it, what we don't like about it. As I guess the first podcast, we'll probably talk about anywhere between 15 to half an hour about it, and take some field questions. Otherwise, yeah, cool. Egg Pie 614, welcome, and DXMT, welcome. So, anyways, Stephen, do you want to start off? What
I can very easily start off. Yeah.
All right, so give me your thoughts. Give me an overview of your thoughts for MaxiTune 6 right now.
I suppose I'll start off with saying that like they are. I have mixed feelings about the game. Not all positive, but definitely not all negative. At first, I figured that if all goes well, like this could be like a good shake up for the game. Like different handling, different physics. It's been 8 years since like an actual tangible change in the game has happened. I mean, yeah, Aaron in chat says I miss blocking, but it's like blocking still exists, just in a different form. It's not really it's nothing that I was ever super worried about. Like it's always changed. Like MT3 even to 3DX and Plus was all different, especially in Plus when they made the contact like way more like punishing for both players as opposed to like one person getting just railroaded and the other person being fine.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and it's happened before, but just in the past and a while ago when like it wasn't as like the meta wasn't as developed as it is now. But I can say that like when I first played MT6, I genuinely had issue with it, and I didn't, and I think it was mostly because it was so different, and the fact that I spent 8 years, like the majority of my time with the game, using the same basically the same physics. It was definitely jarring, and the steering input sensitivity at the top of the wheel is like the biggest culprit of that. But it's something that I can definitely get used to, and I have been getting used to. So overall, like it's been interesting and fun, kind of learning how the game works now. But like, I think MT6 as a whole is marred by problems that like aren't fun. And the biggest problem is just like some of the problems the machines have been having. We saw it in the tournament that we ran, and we're not 100% sure if that's because like a direct result of the update, or if it's because it's like the old parts kind of wearing down over time, because they are still retrofitted machines like that have been in service since 2011. So yeah, it's rough. That's kind of the only part that's like really putting a hamper on it. But otherwise, I've been feeling pretty good with it. How about yourself?
Yeah, look, it's yeah, I feel like it's hard. It's
It is. It really is hard to put it into words because like it is very you just have a mixed feeling about it. I can't 100% be totally for it.
yeah. Look,
Um,
so how I feel about it is that it's a good step in the right direction, but they did it in a very wrong way. There's a lot to like about the game. There's a lot to like about the graphics. There's a lot to like about how the gameplay has changed, and it's a significant change that that now blocking is somewhat punishing for the leader, and leading's
Yes.
not always a good thing, and passing from the outside's a great thing now. That being behind is now fine-tuned to the point where it's now viable to stay back a bit and to be dominated and still have a chance to win. That being said, Namco did a lot of things wrong. They removed a lot of they pretty much removed all dress up. So everything that we got, we have to get again, which is, for everyone that's a completionist is bloody annoying. And for someone like me that
totally.
And for someone like me that doesn't play as often as they should, everything that I lost on the FC, I was like, well, great, now I have to get all the wheels again. But they gave you the main parts, which was the aero kit. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I was like, well, there was wins, there was losses, and
Totally.
Great step in the right direction, but laterally they've sort of cut themselves down and been annoying. A lot of people
definitely. Sorry, go.
A lot of people are saying the daily login is great. Whilst that's a really good thing, it forces people to go to the arcade, which is annoying as fuck. And it rewards players for going to the arcade, logging in and fucking off. Where I feel like the daily login should be specific to your phone. So that's annoying. Also, the additional story mode, another 20 modes per car. Yeah, so that was just a blatant grab for Namco. Whereas with the previous step up, it was only 5, which was more tangible. I could live with that. But
5 was fine.
5 was fine.
Whatever.
But with the 20 stories, you really had to think about what you wanted to do. So again, great step forward, but laterally they I mean, 4-player ghost mode, that's great.
I mean, the ghosts are a bit more dynamic. They do they're a little bit more interesting than normal, but the way I've heard rumblings about how it actually works, but it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that you can kind of kill ghosts now. Like things that normally wouldn't be viable are now viable. Like you can push traffic into other cars and they'll react to it. And even if they're just CPUs, at least they're they're kind of cool, right? Like it's way more dynamic than just kind of being along for the ride with somebody with just another ghost.
That's right. And I mean, because you're in a dynamic environment, you actually just don't know what's going on, and every race is going to be different. You can kill, you can ride, fun. You can do it all. So ghost mode's actually fun. So I feel like they listen to a lot of the Japanese players saying 101's really shit for Ghost, and they want a bit more dynamic practice. But that being said, a lot of great and a lot of bad. So people are saying 60 stories again, 100 stories is a pain in the ass. The RNG from Aaron Mace, the RNG on the tickets is dog shit.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah. So I think the full tune, I'd love to see the percentage split on it, but I believe the full tune is probably a monster is a Monster Hunter 0.5% chance. So
it happens, but very, very not often.
Yeah, so they've taken from Capcom's want meter and they've gone, no, we're not going to give it to you.
Anything to talk about Monster Hunter, huh? You had to put it in somewhere.
I missed that game. It's amazing. But so continue. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Not only did they add 20 more stories, but it's 20 more fucking boring stories too. They're not super interesting. There's a couple of cool cutscenes that I like, to be honest with you. I like it when they try and like kind of, you know, make the story beats like kind of fun to watch. Like that one part where the R33 spins out is like pretty cool. Like that's cool. I like that. That's kind of fun. But like it's all the same shit we've seen. The ones on Tycoon are very throwaway. It's just okay, do a round of Tycoon. That's it. Yeah. There's no kind of goofy stories or special stories to kind of, because like loops are just loops still. You know, like but there's just 100 of them. And it just sucks. So like they've just added 20 more kind of filler, and it's really uninteresting. And then, you know, the Ghost, like the dress up parts system has regressed back to like what it was in MT3, which is just really stupid. I think everybody universally agreed that the inclusion of the Maxi G and the Maxi G shop in 5DX Plus was like amazing, and I have no idea why they went back to the old one. It's just, well, there's a lot of decisions there that make no sense to me.
Yeah, look, I enjoyed the fact that they had the Maxi G like random high ace, because when you got that, you were like, fucking yes, like money my way. Yeah. And you were like, and you had the choice to verse it. So you're like, I wanted to do something. Whereas the Maxi G, the G van comes up, and you're like, bing, 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 bing. You're stoked. But
that was cool, yeah.
Look, yeah, a lot of positives and a lot of negatives that Namco really should have nailed. And I feel like the DX version's gonna alleviate it, and I really hope they do. But anyways, let's move on. Let's move on and let's talk about the meters. So Gavin Yams just asked,
"Oh my fucking!
Do you like Dragon Meter?" I don't. Stephen, what is your view on meters? Because I want to hear your view.
So, like, I came from an era that was like, you know, you would use the MT2 meter because the MT2 meter was the coolest, right? And everybody wanted to show that shit off. And then like Onion meter came out. Onion meter sucked. The MT3 one, the DX one, sorry. And then that was like the joke meter for a bit. There's a few people that like still stand that meter, but I do not at all. And then the MT4 meters came out, which were the palette swaps of the yellow, and they're useful because it has the shift, like the full indicator, that with the bar, right? And like, so for me, it became less of the collection, because fuck story, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And like it was less about the collection and more about the utility.
Yeah.
The newer meters look really cool, and they do have some they're really cool, but like they needed to either make story like way shorter or way more interesting, because like it just sucks, because like I would grind all those meters if it wasn't 100 story, like really.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't 100 boring ass story.
Look, like I'm with you on that, but I'm an anti-meter person.
Yeah, you're more of the stock meter kind of guy, aren't you?
Yeah, look, I'll go the Namco MT2 meter.
Of course, yes.
But any other meter, I'm just like, I don't need it. I honestly don't give a shit. Like, it does nothing for me. But you know, I want to.
I'm glad that they added more.
Look,
I'm glad that they did add more.
Look, I am. What's the word I'm looking for?
You're indifferent.
No, I'm not indifferent. I'm congratulative to the people that do it, and good on them for doing that. But at the end of the day, no. Like, it's not for me. It's just a fucking gripe. If you're gonna do it, you might as well spend more time going all the way and quad, or you know, penta S-ing your car. It's not for me, and I don't find any value in them. And
I'm always just in the yellow meter. I'm in the yellow meter camp.
And they're just wank factor. Like, they're just wank factor. It's like, oh, look, you know, I've got the Dragon, I've got the, you know, the Carbon. It's just like, you're...
The Dragon one's from the versus other region ones,
Yeah, don't give a shit. Again...
Yeah, even that was a bit of a fucking grind, like...
Well, hang on, that one being a grind, now with the story changing... Ghost mode changing, it'd be a lot easier, but of course, Scamco are going to be like, you know what? We're just going to, you know... extend it.
Just to answer the question in the chat, how would you rate the new Porsche cars? They're essentially they're very similar to what they replaced, except for the newest line. I think it's the 911 Turbo, the one that's all-wheel drive. That thing's really fucking good. That replaced the RGT and the the RT35. And that's really, really good car. It reminded me a lot of an R35. Really stable, kind of wide, but like really fast, really stable. Yeah, I had a really good time driving that car. I'm actually currently tuning one at the moment. Yeah, so all the rest are kind of like so-so. I haven't tried the 3.6 yet, the one that replaced the RCT and the CTR. But like I miss the RK Coupe every day. I think the new Cayman just doesn't look as good. But that's just my
Hang on, did they
opinion.
remove cars?
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Again, okay.
They
so
removed all the roofs to replace them with the Porsche equivalents.
Variants.
But like they're all new Porsches for the most part, except for the 3.6.
Hang on. So if you had an arc, if you
Wildtail.
had a rough, it got replaced by a new Porsche.
Correct. That's what happened to mine. It's exactly what happened with MT3 to MT4 when Japan had Gambalas and they got changed to roofs. Isn't that crazy? Like, imagine if you mained that car from like MT3, you've had it changed to like 2 times already. That's insane.
Yeah, I think Namco fucked up on that one.
Yeah, it just kind of sucks.
Like really badly. Like it's just like
They should
saying.
just stayed with roof.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, like.
Yeah, it's
I can't comment. I don't know. So. You know.
you sound not too pleased about that.
No. You know what? Like I don't mind Porsches. They're great cars. That's cool. But just how that was handled was not cool. So.
Yeah, I mean it's just dumb. Like just changing people's cars is just kind of fucked up. Like it's like
no. Hang on. Changing one car's fine. Changing a bunch of cars, no. Like Namco, you fucked up on that one. I'm sorry.
Egg Pie, I can't agree with you, dude. I really like the RK Coupe. Like I think the 06 Cayman looks way better. That's just me.
Rock and roll. Would metas be more viable in general now in MT6 and have a better fighting chance against proper metas, especially in 1v1, 2v2?
Absolutely.
Yeah, look.
At least in the current.
Yeah, look, the current meta with the current physics means that 2v2s are a little more, what's the word? Fairer. But that being said, if you know how to take advantage of that, it's like every other game. The metas change and...
Yeah.
Sorry. He was talking about non-meta cars. Sorry. So, again, no. The answer is no, because the level playing field still is the same, because all cars have a level playing field dealing with the current physics. So the only thing that you can do is try to outsmart your opponent by using the physics itself against the leaders. But that being said, people with higher skills will attempt that. So for the high level plays, for the pros and the elites, no, it does not matter. For the mid to low tier, yes, it will matter, because obviously they won't be mindful of the changes and they won't be mindful of how to circumvent the new physic changes. Playing behind is more of a strategy than what it would have been in MT5DX Plus.
Yeah, it kind of like it kind of means that there's not like the one dominant meta, which used to be like really aggressive, isn't the only way to go now, but it doesn't mean that the really aggressive meta isn't still really viable, especially with the higher boost in cars. Boost factors in a lot more in this game because acceleration overall was touched down and everybody got more grip. So the cars that have high excel, like still from 5DX Plus, will still benefit from that, and it's actually created a bigger divide. And I've noticed that like in my Z31 because it doesn't have great boost, but in general, being able to make my way further up and then them not being able to close space on me as effectively has made it easier for me to kind of come back in that way. But they'll always have more chances because boost is like boost, and like using your boost when it's like necessary is extremely important and always has been. So you're never not gonna see like high boosting cars like the Evo 9 and the R32 like not being used a lot and not being like fairly dominant when used well. It's just that there's just a certain like kind of contingency of players that aren't gonna stray from what they know. Like, doesn't matter what car comes out.
Yeah.
Like, everyone lost their shit about Hondas, right? And then not many people moved over. Very few people are gonna solo main something.
Yep.
Like new. And I'm the same. Like, I've stuck on my Z31 since MT2, and like that's the same here. Like, I have secondaries, but like in general, like it just hasn't had an impact on me because it's not what I want to drive.
So on that point, Brandon 10 asks, wondering if the R32 or Even 9 will get a nerf. They're still OP.
No.
Look, I feel like what they've done with the cars is mirror what they are in real life. The R32 is a god in its own right, and the Evo 9 is a god in its own right in terms of overall performance. So no, they're not gonna take away what is the real value in life and then put them down in the game because people because it's too popular, one, and but two, they're going to devalue or otherwise change what they are in real life into the game's physics. So no, they're not going to nerf it. They're not going to nerf it hard. What they will probably get is a tweak, but they will still be top tiers in their own right.
And that's still really rare too. Like they don't adjust specific cars generally. What will happen is if there's a change in horsepower, the current balance of the game gets changed based on the global changes that happen.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's what ended up happening with the move from 825 to 830, where handling bars were removed, so handling became a much bigger factor, and that's why the FD kind of shot to the top because it had the highest base traction, at least colloquially, like of any car in the game, and it proved itself in the TA results. But now that every car has more grip, now it's kind of more the other way where like the RX-8's starting to come back on top because like it has just slightly better Excel, better, and it can just it can still hold its own thanks to the more to more grip. So like that's kind of where cars get in air quotes nerfed or buffed.
Yeah.
Just in the way that they work with the physics.
Yeah, that's right. And that's probably like the biggest way that the game does change. I mean, when they moved from, what was it, 3DX to 3DX Plus, one of the biggest
Huge difference.
Yeah, one of the biggest changes was the KPC Skyline that just got nerfed to the fuck. So,
that poor thing.
Look, at the same time, I guess the developers aren't going to change too much because they'd have to change a lot of the base stats. And they're not going to do that. They
just don't do that very often.
But what they will do is change parameters in terms of hitboxes, like they did with...
they've done that before.
Yep, they've done that before. Yep. Also, the S30 with the meter that over-revved. Remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. That was interesting.
Yep, that was good for a while.
Yeah.
So, look, at the end of the day, no. And quick answer, no.
Well, there's a perfect example, Egg Pie. The Countach does not have anywhere near as much grip as an FD, but thanks to the fact that it has like a really good hitbox and can get a really good wall ride, and now it has extra grip along with the decent Excel that it came over with, it's now shot to the top of a lot of maps that have that kind of factor into it. Like if it can get a wall ride in, it's probably the same. I'd imagine it's the same story on Nagoya, Minato, and other courses like that. And that's kind of where like cars are starting to shoot up like that. It's not just R35s that dominate the top speed maps, because it used to be the car that you could kind of rely on for handling as well.
Yeah.
But now like all these other, especially some of the newer cars are kind of pushing up together, so it's not like the FD is still the fastest overall because like it is just so solid and the size is so manageable.
Well, there's that, but it's also very lightweight. Remember, so it's nimble,
That's true,
but it also can being nimble means good grip in time attack terms. But anyways,
yeah, like go look at Egg Pie. Go look at C1 in and tell me what the highest is right now. Like if it's not FD, I'll be like pretty surprised.
So we have Ryan A. Any thoughts on Alan Lancaster? Well,
I knew it was going.
Well, Ryan, Alan Lancaster is another maxi tuner that we all should be grateful for. Mm-hmm. He has a Penta S legit. He has a legitimate,
Yep.
first legitimate Penta S. Okay.
Yep. That's yep.
So,
That-
okay,
that's true
so
facts right there. Yep.
all right, okay, so, that's how I feel about him. He's a good guy, hardworking, and very an upstanding citizen.
Hey, he helped us out in the tournament.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He didn't have to do that.
Yes, he
It was
did.
super
No.
nice of him.
Yep, but at the same time, there are worse people out there. I know that you're against him, but at the same time, look, I don't mind him. He's a good guy. I chat with him all the time, and you know what? I keep everyone at arm's length. Steven knows this.
Same.
So you know what? I don't have a problem with him. He's a good guy, and he plays the game how he wants to play, and you know what?
Yeah.
Good on him.
There's enough drama as it is.
Yeah,
Basically.
there are better shit sticks out there.
Yes.
Who's that?
Oh, God.
Who's that illegitimate Penta S? Can't remember his
No
name.
comment.
Can't remember his name. But anyways,
Oh shit! It is actually the Quintage.
oh fuck.
Oh fuck! Shows what I know.
Yeah. Well, fuck.
Well, there you go. That kind of more proves my point. I guess maybe there's like a point where the Countach just has you know what it would be? It would be the CP2 run out. It'd be like really fast on that.
Yeah.
It would probably have like really good Excel coming out of the CP4 Suicide left. Oh yeah, the Porsche all-wheel drive is like really fucking good now. Do that.
Yeah. Austin, you asked why I do things late, because I get home late. And DXMT, mate. Mate. Steven, Egg Pie, Steven knows this. Mate.
Yeah. I mean, he's got like, a job.
Same.
And you have to commute.
Same. Look, so let's just talk about what Namco did right, because I feel like we're talking about what Namco did wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to rag on them too much. I kind of got what I wanted to say, like, that was, like, really an issue out of the way. Like, I'm not here to be like, man, fuck MT6, because I feel like there's a lot of negativity around it already.
But there's a lot of positive aspects on that.
Battles are insane now.
Yep.
Battles are always fucking insane now.
They
And I
are-
don't know if it's always, like, a good thing.
They're more
but,
unpredictable.
Like, man, it's crazy.
They're more unpredictable, and that's a great thing about it.
Yeah. Opinions on the S130. I tuned it like frame one. I got it done as quickly as I could. I love it. It's basically a Z31. It's an S30 with a Z31 hitbox.
Ew.
It's not as fast as an S30,
Ew.
but it has like, it's just such a consistent hitbox. It's beautiful for hitting traffic.
Ew.
It's nice and narrow. It's really, really nice.
Ew.
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure you'd hate it. It's not too bad. It's a good car.
Ew.
But yeah, it's nice. It's exactly what you would expect. It's halfway between an S30 and a Z31.
So I mean, okay, so so we got free cars. That's great, but we had to tune those
Yep.
fucking cars, which is
Oh
a
my
pain
god,
in
the
ass.
Leopard! What the fuck? The Leopard is insane.
But okay, so but things. So the multiplayer battle offline, that was good. I feel sorry, I'm gonna go back to the negative. They removed extreme mode.
Oh yeah, that was like a big thing because like fuck, I miss Osaka Reverse. I miss the Osaka. I miss Osaka Reverse so much.
Hello MTF.
It's such a
Helga.
good troll. It's such a good troll track, dude. It's so funny.
But it's a great track in its own right. Why did you get rid of it?
I know.
Oh.
Like, you know what? That's actually like kind of like why I feel like people are a bit sore about it, because not only did they remove, like, remember they removed like more reverse tracks, because like in DX we still had like Nagoya reverse.
Yeah.
5DX.
We also had New Beltline reverse.
And Fukuoka in MT5. Yeah, so they removed those, and because there wasn't any hype of a new course, like, you know, they already blew their load on Kobe and Hiroshima, which some people are like not super warm about, although I really like them. There was no hype for MT6, because like I was expecting like, oh, they're gonna combine the Tokyo Metro with the sub center, and you'll be able to branch through all of it, or maybe they'll remodel it or something. And it was just like, all right, so all of the arrows you like have been taken out, and here's some ugly ones. There you go. And that's kind of what it felt like.
Yeah, and it's all licensing. So unfortunately, that's what we have to deal with. But look,
I had like a, sorry, I know I haven't let you talk, but
that's all right.
I had like a theory that like all of the error sets that were taken out had some sort of like unique texture attached. Like the error C for the Z31 had the turbo sticker, which has been removed. All the stickers, which are essentially textures, have been removed. You see what I mean? Like like there might be something to do with that. Maybe they just didn't. Maybe there's like a higher internal resolution that the game runs on now, and maybe they just couldn't justify the stickers looking that bad. Yeah. But then again, they've never really been like, it's never been like a badly polished game, but they've never been one to not reuse assets. Like they're still using the fucking same sound effects from Midnight Hour, for fuck's sake.
Well, hang on. I'm gonna go back a step here and be like, what the fuck did they do to the GC8? I drove that car and it sounded like absolute fucking shit. Like,
yeah.
Like, I am so mad. Like,
I remember my Z31 sounding good too, but that was back in like MT3. It used to sound good.
All right. Well, look, like that's our half an hour rant. Like, I've got dinner cooking. I got dinner cooking with the good looking.
Well, dude, are we actually gonna finish up?
Yeah, we're gonna. You know what? No, half an hour. We're gonna finish up. We can't. It's a podcast, all right. It's a podcast. Half an hour. That's what we want to keep it down to, and then we can start ranting on other things.
Let me answer this one last question.
All right, do it.
Would you all start recording games again? You know what? I have been super slack. I haven't recorded anything from MT6 yet, mostly because I'm ashamed at how washed up I am. But I'll definitely start recording. I mean, I can probably meet up with you, Mikey. Maybe we can get something done. But yeah, I want to get some battles in there because like traffic meta is still a thing. I'm still gonna make it a thing, even though it's like way harder now. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have that happen. And yeah, I'm just interested to like get some actual battles on stream.
Yeah, I'm probably not gonna. I'm not gonna record, or I might record. I might. Yeah, look, I might record. I'm probably going to stream more because it's easier. So I'll probably do that. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, later on today, I'm going to be streaming EDF 5 with my partner. So, you know, I'll be here and there, but I'll have the microphone turned off because she doesn't like being broadcasted. So, yeah, I'll be having that. Otherwise, I'll be playing Monster Hunter and possibly some other games like Pokemon. So, yeah.
Well, that's kind of fun.
Well, Pokemon comes out tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, Sword and Shield comes out tomorrow. What the fuck?
That's right.
Oh, my God.
That's right. But, look, we're going to probably try to do this every Thursday for half.
Yeah, every Thursday for half. And yeah, I mean, I can definitely make that work.
And, I mean, we'll have some, you know, extra people come in. Like, I'm sure Kevin will jump in. Then we'll, you know, grab some, you know, randos. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe we can talk. We can have the illegitimate Penta S guy jump in and, you know, see how we go. And when's the next time you will stream? I don't know. I actually just don't know. I
love your schedule. It's exactly the same as mine.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not going to commit to everything. So, thoughts on the Miata when it's full tuned? No fucking idea. Not a question I'm going to answer now. So, with that bombshell, we will see you next. All right. So next week, 8 o'clock. We're committing to this. 8 o'clock, okay, I will be
next
here.
Next week, 8 o'clock, I'll see you there. Maybe we can start a little bit later, perhaps. I mean, earlier, perhaps.
Oh, I'm happy to. I'm happy to go for like 8:30. But 8 o'clock, I'll jump on the Discord, and then we'll see how we go. And then we'll start anywhere between 8:30 and run for half an hour. So until next time, guys. We'll see you then.
All right, see you.